What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Kid Tosh. And for some reason, my 2015 NBA draft top 5 players from it video has been blocked. Actually, I know why. It's because of copyright. I guess the NBA YouTube channel just, they need gains because their money isn't good enough, because they have to block my videos because I used a clip from it. Okay, NBA. All right. Well, you know what? You can have this one. I mean, I'm sure you guys are struggling over there with your probably billion-dollar industry. Anyway, I made this video again, and one reason was because I wanted to get it back up. Another reason was because there's a bit of a change in the video from the original video. It's a different list, just a little bit different, but there are changes in the list and new things to say about these players in the 2015 NBA draft that I want to go over. And I think it'll be entertaining. So yeah, let's get into this. Top 5 players in the 2015 NBA draft. Number 5 is going to be LA Lakers point guard D'Angelo Russell, picked 2nd overall at the Lakers, freshman out of Ohio State. This one was actually tough because I do spend a lot of time in my videos bragging about this draft class and how it's so good and we got so many young stars. It just feels weird to put D'Angelo Russell here at number 5. I feel like he should be lower, but when I looked into it, Nikola Jokic wasn't picked in this draft, which kind of pissed me off because I was going to use him. I thought he was picked in this draft, but no, he was picked earlier, but last year was his rookie year. That's why I thought that. D'Angelo Russell, actually, he's kind of having a worse season than he did last year. And it's funny because he's not even playing as many minutes as he played last year. That's the weirdest part. He's only playing 26 minutes a game. So I guess that's one reason why, the stats might deceive you into thinking that. But also, D'Angelo Russell not even shooting 40% from the field. 34.5% from 3, does take a bunch of 3-pointers. 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 2.5 turnovers. The numbers just aren't that good for a guy that I expect this guy to have the ball in his hands. He doesn't have the ball in his hands as much as we think he does, I think, because that team, they have a lot of young players they want to get the ball in their hands of. But D'Angelo Russell, nothing very impressive about what he's doing, and also the fact the Lakers are one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. I mean, they're really, really bad. They started off the season, deceiving us into thinking that they were actually going to do something this year. Don't worry. They weren't actually going to do something this year. They were just playing mind games with us. And I don't know. I don't know what would go. Why is he not playing as many minutes as he was last year? Is D'Angelo Russell really in the future plans for this Lakers franchise? I don't think he's grown that much. I don't think he's gotten that much better. I think we all thought he'd gotten way better after the first year of his career. But so far, it doesn't really look like it. At number 4, we got a guy who I was strongly debating moving up this list, but I'm going to keep him here at number 4. It's Indiana Pacers center Miles Turner. He was picked 11th overall to the Indiana Pacers, freshman out of Texas. Yes, most of the guys, in fact, all the guys besides, the 4-1 in this draft class, in this top 5 players from this draft class video, are all freshmen. One-and-done players are becoming a common occurrence, and it's better for the NBA because, guys with longer careers and guys with peaks, guys that develop into great players. A lot of these 4-year college guys will get in the league and they just won't get that good a lot of the time. But Miles Turner, a freshman, this guy has been absolutely tremendous this year. And yes, I was totally considering moving him up to 3 on this list. But I'm keeping him down here. Miles Turner averaging 15.5 points, 7 boards, 2 blocks per game, 52% from the field, 36% from 3. He's rock solid everywhere. I mean, I think that Miles Turner, honestly, has been easily the second best player on the Pacers team this season. He's done it at both ends. He's a great pick and pop guy. He's a guy you can give it to for the mid-range shot, even the 3-point shot. As you can see, he's knocking down 36% of his looks from downtown. But he's an athletic body as well. He can finish at the rim down low. He rebounds pretty well. His block shots are great. Okay, he's an incredible rim protector. That's his best thing. If you're going to point out a part of his game that is his go-to, his best, what makes him significant, it's his shot blocking ability and interior defense. He's just really athletic. He knows how to time his jump. And he blocks everybody. He blocks anybody. Blocked LeBron in the playoffs. Not the playoffs. Blocked LeBron last year, which was pretty cool. At the rim on a dunk attempt. So, this guy can do it. He's going to be a big time player in this league. Also, if I didn't mention it already, I'm grading these guys, off how they're doing so far in their careers, maybe a little bit about the trajectory of how good they're going to be, but most of all, it's how good they are so far. At number 3, Kristaps Porzingis. This was tough, putting him over Miles Turner. A lot of you guys might be thinking, well, this is a no-brainer. You got to put Kristaps Porzingis up there, right at 3, even higher than 3. But I don't know. I mean, Kristaps on the 18.5 points, 7 boards. He shoots 45% from the field and 38% from 3. Obviously, the field goal percentage is lower just because he's more of a perimeter shooter. If you're a guy that's down low getting all these easy baskets in the paint, you're probably going to be shooting a higher field goal percentage. That's just, how shooting works. Kristaps also averaging about 2 blocks per game. His stats are pretty similar to Miles Turner. He scores a little bit more. Shooting percentage from 3 is a little bit better. From the field is worse, probably, like I said, because he takes more jump shots. But his defense isn't where Turner's is. I don't think it's really close. But Kristaps Porzingis is more mobile. Okay, he can shoot from anywhere on the court. He's got quick moves. I mean, that's what I mean when I say mobile. Not to take anything away from Turner. He's really athletic, so it would be kind of weird to say that. But Kristaps Porzingis is extremely quick with the ball for a 7'3" guy. It's pretty crazy to see him play. But yeah, another reason besides the defense is the fact that Kristaps is on the Knicks. Take a look at the Knicks team, what their record is, and they're totally underachieving right now, while the Pacers, they're in the playoff picture. They've been looking really good lately, besides that 2-game losing streak that they're on. But before that, they had won like 7 in a row or something like that. Yeah, the Pacers have been playing a lot better, and a lot of it is because of this guy. But you can't really put the Knicks' struggles on Porzingis. You can put a little bit of them on him. His defense hasn't been great. But I think you got to give him the ball more. I think for me, he's got to be option number 1 or 2 on this team. He's got to get more shots than he does. You got to run the offense through him a lot of the time because he's so talented. There's so much talent there to be utilized, and it's not being utilized correctly, in my opinion. Let's move on to number 2, and we got Devin Booker, number 2 on this list. Phoenix Suns shooting guard. He was picked 13th overall to the Suns, freshman out of Kentucky. Now, Devin Booker, when I made this list originally, he was 5th on this list. What was I thinking, right? Well, basically, Devin Booker, he did this last year and he did it again this year. He just got better over the course of the season. Last year, look at his stats. I mean, he was averaging 14 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Like that, those numbers don't jump out at you that much. But when you look at his month-by-month trajectory, he had a month where he averaged over 20 points, even multiple, I think. This year, his minutes are up. He's averaging almost 35 minutes a night, 21 points a night, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 42% from the field, 36% from 3. He's doing his thing. And the Suns, yes, they're the worst team in the Western Conference, but, they're an extremely young team, okay? They're getting better. They're going to get a great pick in the draft this year. I think I don't know. I mean, for me, it's like Devin Booker is the best player. Him and Bledsoe are the best players on this team. I don't know. Bledsoe's really good, but Devin Booker's a better defensive player than Eric Bledsoe. I mean, Bledsoe, he has the potential to be better than him, but he just doesn't play that much defense. He's a great scorer, and he does a lot of things. The rebounds and the assists are big as well. But Devin Booker, I mean, this guy is clutch. He's hit 3 or 4 game-winning or game-tying shots this year, and won those. He's been ridiculous in the clutch this season. The guy is a straight shooter. He takes a lot of shots. 42% from the field is kind of low. Not really for a young player, but in general, it's a little bit low for a guy of Devin Booker's caliber. But he takes a lot of perimeter jumpers. 36% from 3 is pretty good. That's been on the rise. Last year wasn't even that good of it. He was 34% from 3. That was a lot lower than what people anticipated. I think that 3-point percentage is going to keep going up. But D-Book, great scorer, clutch player, defensive player. And one reason why I have him at 2 on this list over Porzingis and Miles Turner is because I think Devin Booker has more potential than both those guys. I think he can be a 30-point per game scorer. I think he can have a season in the NBA where he averages 30 points per game. He went from 14 last year. He's up to 21 this year. I mean, he's only 20 years old. 20 years old, okay, guys? Anything could happen. This guy's so young, so good. He's averaging more points than his age. That's awesome. Yeah. Now, let's go into number 1. I think we all know who this guy is. There was a little bit of a debate who number 1 would be earlier in this season, but there's no debate anymore. There is no debate anymore. I can't stress enough how amazing Minnesota Timberwolves center Karl-Anthony Towns, first pick out of Kentucky, freshman to Minnesota. I can't stress enough how good Karl-Anthony Towns has been this season. He started off about as good as he was last year. This year, it wasn't really clear whether he was having a better season than he was last year. Now we know. Yes, the Timberwolves had higher expectations, than accomplishments this season, okay? And Zach LaVine got injured, so it's probably not going to happen in the playoffs. I mean, I actually had them making the playoffs. I was wrong, probably. I mean, the 8th seed in the West is really up for grabs. The Nuggets, I think, are going to take it, but, Karl-Anthony Towns has been, I think, the best player on any team 9 seed in the West or below. Easily. Maybe Anthony Davis is better. Yeah, Anthony Davis is better. What am I talking about? All right, so anyway, Karl-Anthony Towns, he's just so good, okay? 24 points per game, 12 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. He shoots 51.5% from the field, 34% from 3, and he takes a good amount of threes, okay? 82% from the line. I mean, what else is there to say? 24 points, 12 rebounds, good, efficient numbers across the board. Dude is a monster. Dude is by far the best player on that team. He's gonna win an MVP. Lock it in. Really, I mean, dude's 21 years old and putting up 24 and 12, like, on efficient numbers. He's a monster. He's so hard to contain inside. He's got dribble moves. He's got a jumper, and 51.5% from the field is good for a center. But when you're a center that does dribble moves in the perimeter and shoots threes and mid-range shots, and you shoot, Cat does get down low a good amount. Like, he does bang down low. He's too strong for most of the guys, and he's so aggressive and so athletic. One of the most athletic big men in the league. Like, this guy could be in the dunk contest. We've seen him windmill on the break and shit like that. Like, he's insane. But he's shooting 52% from the field. That's awesome. I mean, he's incredibly efficient in 24 points per game, 12 rebounds. I mean, he's so active everywhere. The guy is ridiculous. He's a freak of nature. People don't talk about his athleticism enough, but I'm just talking about it, to make up for that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, an idea for a video down below. I'll consider that idea for whoever comments an idea. Subscribe if you're new. I'm out. Thanks for watching, you guys. Peace.